Hey, Stephen A. Smith got a shot to be president?
Hell no. Come on, stop it.
Come on. Trump did?
Hey, Dan, knock it off right now. Stop it. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stephen A.
Hey, he's on a tour. He's on the tour. He is on the tour that they all want to be. Meet the Press, Fox and Friends, MSNBC. He's on the presidential media tour at this point.
Charles Barkley, as always, tells it like it is.
You know, Stephen A. is a friend of mine, but he needs to stop right now. Like, my friends close to me give me a lot of credit, and I'm not blowing my own horn. I want to be on TV as less as possible, to be honest with you, Dan. That's why I only do a couple commercials a year. I don't go on a bunch of shows. Less is more, because the more you do, the less people take you serious. And I don't feel the need to grab every dime. I don't feel the need to grab every dime at my disposal. Like I've been arguing with my agent. He says, we could do 5 to 7 commercials a year. I said, we're going to do 2 commercials a year. That's it. I don't want to be on TV all the time. I get sick of seeing myself doing March Madness. But I don't want to be on TV all the time, and I don't do a bunch of TV stuff because I don't want to. Because people get sick of you. That's my number one thing.
He's actually onto something here with Stephen A. Smith. More from Barkley.
People will get sick on you, so I don't want to be on TV more. I want to be on TV less.
I don't think that's the Stephen A. Smith method right now. I don't think that's his mentality, Charles.
That's not. As a matter of fact, I was in the studio last night, and I see he's going to be on Law and Order tonight. I mean, he's already on General Hospital. He's already on General Hospital. Now he's going to be on Law and Order tonight. And I was just laughing. I'm like, yo, man, you're starting to be too much right now. Like, you're going to be on CNN, you're going to be on Fox and Friends, now you're on General Hospital, now you're on Law and Order. I'm like, yo, man, knock it off. Stop being on every TV show. Because at some point, people are going to regret. They're going to get sick of you, and you're going to be like, yeah, I probably did too much. But once you do too much, it's too late. And then people don't take you serious. And I think he's got to be careful in that aspect.
Not a lie told here. Stephen A. is not only not presidential.
You've been asked, I hear, about running for political office in the future. And some people have said that they could see you running for president. Mm-hmm. Would you do that? You think you qualified to run for president? I mean, the bar is pretty low anyway.
I do not.
Can you rephrase that?
I just think that the bar is really low because Trump really had no political experience and went from 0 to 100, right? He didn't start in the city council and stuff like that. So the bar is low. Anyone can run.
I have said this on many occasions. The answer would be hell no, because I like my life. I'm living a pretty good life. But I must confess, I wish I could debate some of these guys. I'd love to be on a debate stage going up against these guys with the presidency on the line.
We will arrange that.
I'm half joking, but I kind of mean it. I mean, I have no desire to be a congressional figure or a senator. But if you came to me and you told me I had a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States of America, I would definitely consider it.
Though he plays footsie with the idea, the New Yorker's Jay Caspian King wrote, in November, Smith told the host of The View that he was a fiscal conservative and a social liberal. Yikes. And while he supported a live and let live mentality, he wondered why the libs had allowed hot-button issues like trans athletes participating in sports to define their platform, which is just an insane thing to say. This was brought on by Republicans. However, we continue.
You're in an uproar off the Epstein list? That's all you've got? It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I can give a damn about the Epstein client list. This has no effect on me whatsoever. I have a life. I don't understand for the life of me. I'm talking about people losing it. They're crying on camera. They're talking about resignations. They're pissed off about everything. I'm like, really? With all the stuff going on in this country, with all the power that you possess because of the cachet and the influence you have because of your connection to this administration, that's why you upset at Trump. I didn't blame Trump one bit for looking at them and saying, really? That really matters to you? That's really that important? Now, maybe he had a different reason for saying it, trying to be evasive or whatever. I don't know. But I do know this. In the grand scheme of things, it ain't going to affect the lives of over 200 to 300 million Americans. I think we'll be just fine without knowing whether or not there was really a client list. I think we'll be okay.
Smith has gone back and forth between his politics over the years, saying he'd run as an independent because both sides are bought and paid for. Not wrong, but Smith, a man who has praised his own capitalistic opportunity in the United States of America, would not be immune from participating. He stated he can beat any Dem candidate in the field, though Smith is almost certainly a fiscal conservative. However, internet sleuths dug up a tweet of his that reads, "I love hearing Bernie Sanders. He personifies my views as an independent." Dude, what?
That I've ever had to articulate out of my mouth from a political perspective. But I got to tell you something. As much as people may have been abhorred by Donald Trump's statement weeks ago, talking about how black folks, he's hearing that black folks find him relatable because what he's going through is similar to what black Americans have gone through. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. When you see the law enforcement, the court system, and everything else being exercised against him, it is something that black folks throughout this nation can relate to with some of our historic, iconic figures.
He'd say at one point, woke culture and cancel culture ravaged the country. The Democrats were way more focused on that than the economy, immigration, and crime.
We relate to you when you're suffering like that because we know we have.
Stop.
And that's what he articulated.
When you're suffering. Go to my iPad. This story is from June, this is from 2016. Hundreds claim Donald Trump doesn't pay his bills in full. Dozens of lawsuits allege the businessman didn't pay what he owed. And you go through right here. The small businessman won a bid for a $100,000 grand piano to install in Trump's Taj Mahal. Guess what? Trump refused to pay him, only paid $30,000. Show me a black man who could do that. 200 liens since the 1980s were filed by contractors and workers who said they were stiff. Show me a black woman who could do that. 253 subcontractors on a single project were not paid in full or on time. Show me a black woman who could get away with that. 24 Fair Labor Act violations by Trump Plaza Casino and Trump Mortgage for failure to pay minimum wage or overtime. Show me a black person who could do that.
Malcolm Ferguson of the New Republic put it all to bed. Recent polling would suggest a serious issue for a Stephen A. presidential campaign. Tons of voters do not like him. An inevitability, perhaps, of a long career spent screaming at people on TV. A more recent poll from Zetio found that the potential field of Democratic presidential candidates with Smith, he was one of only 2 of the nearly 20 candidates surveyed with a negative net favorability among potential primary voters. His minus 18 favorability rating, moreover, was 15 points worse than Sean Fain, who came in second to last at minus 3, which is also just ludicrous. He should be way more popular. Cory Booker boasts a net favorability rating of plus 68. Well, that just tells you absolutely everything because that is also absurd. Cory Booker should not be there. People need to understand the ghoul that he is. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.